And we are live here at Mining Disrupt Day 2. It's been an excellent event so far. We made it to lunch this morning or this afternoon, as it was. Day 2 is more of the hardcore people that you have here. I feel like we had a lot more of the retail people here yesterday. Less people, but maybe the quality is higher. I have with me here, speaking of high quality, Will from SAS Mining. He's a local Washingtonian. We've spoken before on various channels. Tell me a little bit, Will, about SAS Mining and what brought you here to Mining Disrupt.
Yeah, well, also, thank you for having me on. And I love the intro. That's probably one of the best intros I've seen in my entire life. So
There you go.
Thank you for that. But yeah, SAS Mining, we started in January of 2018. So when you think about the mining industry as a whole, that's quite some time. Yeah. And we recently launched a platform that makes it easy for you to mine Bitcoin and own your own Bitcoin miner. And when I talk with a lot of people, one of the first questions I ask, I say, do you own Bitcoin? Oh, probably every single person watching this owns Bitcoin.
Right.
The next question I ask, though, you get a very interesting response. I say, do you own a Bitcoin mining machine? Do you own hardware? Almost every hand goes down if they're raising their hand. Almost no one does, which is crazy when you think about it, right? Because a Bitcoin miner, you have a hard asset. That hard asset generates passive income. It's a great way to diversify and get exposure to the asset. So why does no one do it? I'd actually ask you the questions. I assume you own Bitcoin. Do you own a Bitcoin miner?
I will not confirm or deny my ownership of any Bitcoins. Okay. But I've been in for a long time. But I agree with you. And I would answer kind of the question to I play the advocate here. I think it's hard to mine. It's hard to mine. It is hard to bring yourself to buy that piece of equipment, not knowing that you're going to know how to run it. And if you've been in long enough too, and you've tried to run a miner before, and you have run a miner, it can be pretty tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. And so is it easier to just go buy when the market goes down than to do this? And it's more of a risk type of thing. And that's, I think, for the most people, that's the answer.
So that is spot on. That is the most common answer that you get. And so when you look at it, what opened the floodgates into Bitcoin? Well, the user experience got easier, right? It became easy to just go onto Coinbase. You didn't have to go wire funds and deal with Mt. Gox, right? So that
local Bitcoins or whatever.
Exactly.
I heard about this one too.
So for mining, right? No one's made it that easy. Just like you said, it's a lot easier for you to just go on an exchange like Coinbase and buy Bitcoin than it is for you to figure out how to mine. And so that was the big thing where we were like, hey, this is a big problem that needs to be solved. We need to make it easy for anyone to own a Bitcoin miner. And that's why we built and launched the platform. And I mean, we're big Bitcoiners at heart. I'm not sure what everyone watching this is, but I think having more miners in more people's hands too is important, right?
It's very important. I think it's the whole the security of the network.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think it's the next evolution that you're going to see, and I think everyone plays an important role in that journey, and so I'm excited.
So let's talk a little bit about what that looks like. So I am, Joe Smith, living in Virginia, and I start mining, and I see this interview, and I say, okay, SAS Mining. I go over to the website. How does it make it easier? What happens?
Yeah. So Joe, all you have to do, it's very simple. You go onto the website and you reserve your rigs. Like literally in a couple clicks, you can decide how many miners you want. Let's say, Joe, you want 10 miners. You click, you put in 10 miners, and then you get on the wait list. You reserve your spot on the wait list for a small refundable deposit, and then when your miner's ready, you make the payment and you actually own a miner. It's run in a world-class facility on renewable energy, and the Bitcoin just starts being generated and deposited directly into your wallet. So you own the miner. You own the Bitcoin that's mined. We're not touching your Bitcoin. It's being deposited directly into your wallet, and you're supporting the network.
So to break that down for everybody, normally, and even as I alluded to earlier, you'd get this Bitcoin miner. You have to open it up. You have to figure out how to use it. All these types of things. So what SAS Mining and Will have done here is taken it into basically a hosting type of setup. So right now, if you want to get a server, nobody really hardly goes and buys a server for themselves. They get a dedicated server from a hosting provider, and you never see it, but you see it on the screen, and it does what you want to do, and you use it for whatever you want. And so that's what he has set up here, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
And the best part about it too is that we're passing through the cost. So a lot of the times where you go to one of those facilities, you're going to get upcharged on the rigs most likely, and you're going to get upcharged on the hosting.
Right.
What we've done is we've built relationships in the industry. We know a lot of the big players, and we're negotiating the best deals we can. And we just give those deals. We don't upcharge the miners. We're not upcharging the hosting. And that's how you create the best experience, because you need to make mining easy, but you also have to make it profitable. You have to make it easy for people to participate in a good way and not get, reamed out and driven over the coals from someone who's in the mining industry who understands it better. So I think that's, aside from just the ease of actually getting started, like probably the biggest value add is that you can actually mine like one of the big guys, and you don't have to have a team of a public company to do it.
Right. So then how does it work? Let's talk about profitability.
Yeah.
That's another thing that's very tricky. So you get the miner. Do you get the right miner? Is it profitable? This and that.
Yeah.
Is it profitable right now, or do you really have to wait for it to pump for it to be profitable?
Yeah. What's interesting is in the mining industry, and it's kind of intuitive, is you want to get in when the market's down, right? You're looking at miners that not too long ago were over $10,000 a miner.
Right.
Now you can buy those same miners for under $4,000, right? I mean, it's a great time to get in when the market's down, and when the market's hot, it's not the best time to get in.
Right.
And right now we're at a time where we've just seen the prices of these miners drop, and it's an incredible time to start mining Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well, it's a really cool way as well, guys. Depending on what you really want to do with things, you're generating this. You do not have a point where you're buying it, and all the types of things that can come with that. What is it? These places are in Texas that you're using, is that right?
So the model that we have is we go and negotiate the hosting contracts, and right now that's one of the big reasons why we're here at this event is we're focused on finding the best hosting contracts that are run on renewable energy. And so there are a lot of good sites in Texas. There are a lot of good sites in places all over the country. Our focus is finding the best sites and then making them available to the customers on the wait list. You'll get all the information sent to your email once your miner's ready, and you can make the decision to move forward.
So let's talk about that a bit. Here we are here at Mining Disrupt. Mining Disrupt has been a very successful conference over the last year or two. Fernando and his partner did an amazing job, and their partners, I should say, at building this conference. It has changed some hands, not all of them, I believe. It's grown. How has the conference been for you? And if you could elaborate one more time on what your main goal is here.
Yeah. So what is incredible about these conferences is you get to meet back up with everyone in the industry, right? You're coming together, you're getting deals done, you're having fun. And I think that's the big value of this conference here with Mining Disrupt, because it's a well-known event and everyone's showing up. But in terms of what was the second part of your question?
What again was your goal here?
Yes, yeah. So our goal is really to find the best sites for the customers of SAS Mining.
With your renewable energy.
With renewable energy.
Low cost of energy.
Low cost power, renewable power, and great operators.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So then, as far as and I don't want to keep everyone too long, but if you look at the growth of SAS Mining, how long have you been in business? Where are you now? What do you project yourself to be in 6 months?
Great question. Yeah. So as we mentioned, started in 2018. Through that time, we've done GPU mining, we've done ASIC mining, and we have all these relationships in the industry. And so then we realized, hey, we got to service the customers and give the market what it's been begging for, And from there, we've launched the platform, and we have a big wait list of customers. So right now, we're going, and the focus of being here is finding the best hosting sites available, provide those to the customers, and then go scale up. And what our goal is when someone thinks about, hey, you want to start mining Bitcoin,
Right.
go on to Saz Mining.
Yeah.
Buy a Bitcoin miner, start mining Bitcoin. And the way that you do that is you make the customers a lot of money. You give them the best experience. You make it easy for you to begin mining. And that's really what we're doing here at Saz Mining. And I appreciate you for having us on and, you know, letting us share the vision and really putting more miners in more people's hands.
Amazing. So I think we're going to be hearing more from Saz Mining. I just have this funny feeling. Social media, website. How do people find you guys?
Yeah, so go to sazmining.com to get your miners. We're also on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn and Twitter. The company's on LinkedIn and Twitter. The handle is Szamosszegi, or you could just Google Saz Mining or Saz. I go by Saz in the handle there. So yeah, and then on LinkedIn it's my name. It's a tough one to spell, so when you see it, you know, you might have to double check the spelling. A couple of Z's in there, but I'm sure that you'll find it. Type in Saz Mining. You'll be there real quick.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you soon.